Dope E, the Holocauster. You know what it is. Ready for whatever. Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. What I've been hearing from these rappers, man, I put 50 grand on table. My rap's dope. The last time I did that, I caught another body. I don't care what you say, I know I'm right. Yeah. And all these fake and fraudulence. Disrespect me one time, I'm through. I keep it going with the help of my brothers. No games, I'm ready for whatever. Rolling hard, the devil running out of time. I learned to take the good with the bad. That's the game. You can't play me. Ready for whatever. So lay back. Chill, do what you do, and listen to the most anticipated album of the year. Yeah. Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Ready for whatever. Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Ready for whatever.
How I bleed, put that on my unborn seed. I'll be standing on my creed. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going.
50 BMG, pistol, make them peas get somewhere. I'm the type of nigga choose dare when it's truth or dare. Isupk, home of the truth, it ain't no mirage. Built up my rank and doubled up on my Dawa dies. When I'm looking through the scope, man, the circle big. I specialize in slaughtering purple pig. If I tell you I'ma get you, you as good as got. You might as well get a cemetery plot. I come with fire and chariots like a whirlwind. Indignation for my enemies until the world end. Danger. Residue on my trigger finger. Niggas die for playing both sides. Better pick an angle. Is you in the truth? Or is you ain't? I bathe myself in turpentine, then leave you in the paint. They can't hold or control what I'm about to give them. One body, one spirit, one baptism.
My niggas know how I bleed. Put that on my unborn seed. I'll be standing on my creed. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. My niggas know how I bleed. Put that on my unborn seed. I'll be standing on my creed. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going.
I don't celebrate pagan holidays, so now you know. Baby mama hate me, took my child, so I said fuck that hoe. Here I go, I'm all in, grinding hard, keep teaching class. All them lies she tell my son, it's gonna come back on her ass. You think I'm crazy, but I'm not, I'm certified. A priest and prophet of the Lord, it's been verified. Or a poet on my head, I took a vow I won't renege. Like them fake Israelite groups do, that's a fig. One Lord, one faith, one West. We don't run, don't hide, say it with my chest. I left for a while, now I'm back again. I'm about to go ham, and I ain't talking about no African. Isupk forever, we gon' get respect. We took the sword to Acuna and brought it back wet. We host you more, you get searched before you enter. Try something, you'll get mauled. I ain't talking about no shopping center.
My niggas know how I bleed. Put that on my unborn seed. I be standing on my creed. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. My niggas know how I bleed. Put that on my unborn seed. I be standing on my creed. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. I love this truth, I never stop, I keep it going. Keep it going.
Lost tribes, tribe vibes. Now y'all know what it is. This is my bloodline, my lineage, my nation of people, my brothers and sisters. Mi familia, la raza. Yeah, yeah. 12 lost tribes of Israel, the real Jews. Yeah, yeah.
Keep it going.
All right, shalom, 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 Yasha'Allah. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of One West, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General Yohana. All right, today is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. If you have any questions or comments, right, go ahead and drop it in the chat. All right, we'll get to it. All right, so then we're going to continue on with our topic, right? Being that, you know, in the what do independence look like for us, man? Right, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right, for so long we have tried to, you know, join hand in hand with the hand of those that hate us as a nation of people, man. All right, in doing so, we are getting nowhere as a nation of people. We are still in the same condition, still going through the same things, man. Right, we are still in hell as a nation of people because we are choosing to follow a nation that the Lord never set for us to follow, man. Right? You know, the Lord intended for us to be the head, right? And all other nations to be serving up under us, man. Right? They supposed to be the tail. But because of our disobedience to the Most High God of Israel, we have become the tail. Right? Therefore, you know, we don't look for our own independence. You know, we here celebrating the independence of our oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to see independence for us as a nation of people. We are going to have to fall away from the ways of this world, man. We're going to have to separate ourselves from this oppressor, right? And all these other heathen nations, Right? Meaning we got to take our spirit out of this place, man. Right? Do that by turning back to the Most High God of Israel and serving Him. Right? Not taking on the spirit of this world. Right? When I say the spirit of this world, I'm talking about the celebrating and doing the things that this world do, man. Right? The world give you holidays and birthdays and all kinds of different celebrations that you celebrate, and you do that for the kids, right? You do that for your family. Well, how about you serve the Lord for your family, man? How about you give your kids, their own independence, man? How about we gain independence for ourselves as a nation of people, man? We can't do that sitting up under our oppressor, serving him, being obedient unto him, right? As long as we are being obedient to this goddamn oppressor, we are going against our God. And like the scriptures say, you can't serve two masters. Either you're going to serve love one and hate the other one. But you can't serve two masters, man. With that being said, we're going to be going into these scriptures, bringing out, how can we achieve, man, independence for us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Right? So we're going to get into our topic for tonight, right? We're going to be starting off at the book of Isaiah, chapter, it's like here. Let me get that up. Chapter 14, verse 9. So let me get that up on the screen first. All right, go ahead and read it when you got it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
You hear that? Right? It says that hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Talking about this oppressor, man. This oppressor, he's ruling in his heaven. Right? He got his kingdom. And we are living in it right now, man. Right? He tell us that we have to, we have to be unalive to get to our heaven while we build up his heaven today. But the Lord said that hell from beneath is being moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Meaning it's going to be a changing of the guard that's going to happen in this earth, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are waking up, right, to who they are. They are beginning to turn back to the Most High God of Israel and serve him, man. Therefore, we are going to raise up from the low estate that we are in, man. Meaning the hell that we are in, the hell that we go through as a nation of people. We're going to begin to raise up from that, man. And it starts by getting into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It starts by being obedient to the Most High God of Israel. Go ahead.
It stirred up the dead for thee. It stirred up the dead for thee.
Mm-hmm.
Even all thy chief ones of the earth.
Meaning, seeing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians wake up to the truth, man, and understand and know who they are, and know the God that they supposed to serve, man. They being obedient, keeping the holy convocations and feast days, man. You know, that's gonna cause all the chief ones of this earth to stand up on their feet, man. It's gonna cause them to raise up, man, from the seat that they sitting in, right? As they sit in rulership and power and oppress the Lord's chosen people. When blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians start to being obedient and waking up, man, you know, it's gonna cause them to stand up from their throne, man. Guess what? When they do that, they'll never sit back down again, man. You know, they'll never sit on that throne again. They'll be too busy trying to keep you destroyed, man. Right? Too busy trying to stop you until our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, come and destroy them and take their crowns, man. Right? That's what's gonna happen, man. Go ahead.
Oh my God. It has raised up from the thrones of all the kings of the earth.
And then they all raised, you know what I'm saying? They all gonna raise up from off their throne, man. You know, that's the greatest, the world's greatest secret, man. Is who you are as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You know, they spend so much money trying to hide and keep us destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You know, but guess what? No longer will we be destroyed. We are waking up, right? They see more brothers and sisters getting into these classes. You know, they see us gathering ourselves together, old nation not desired, and doing what thus said the Lord. That's gonna cause them to stand up off their throne, man. Get up on their feet, man. Right? They're gonna have to come together, you know, like they do. Like the scripture say, they come together with one consent, man, to make sure that the name of Israel is no more in remembrance, man. But guess what? All of that they did to make sure that we don't know who we are, and we're gonna be standing strong together, is going to cause them to stand up on their goddamn feet, man. To raise up from that throne, man. You know, you want to see that? Do you want to see that happen as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You'll never make that happen in that goddamn Christian church. You'll never make that happen, you know, in your Muslim mosque. You will never make all the nations stand up on their feet, man, worshiping and doing the things that you are doing over there, man. You know, the only thing that's going to cause all the chief ones of the earth to stand up to raise up off their throne is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be obedient and be one body, one mind, one spirit, on one accord, man. That's the only thing that's gonna make the chief ones of this earth stand up off them thrones, man. You know, and that's the only thing that's gonna get them up off that throne, where they'll never sit on it again. You know, how bad do you want it, man? Right? Continue on.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? And
then this is what is going to be said to the goddamn oppressor, man. You know, I can picture my great grandchildren, you know, looking at this goddamn oppressor, you know, and saying to him, you know, you mean to tell me you are like us now? You mean to tell me now you need some goddamn food stamps? Now you need some Section 8. Now you need some help, huh? You mean to tell me you like us? That's what it means, man. You know, when it says that the hell from beneath is being moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming, man. There's going to come a time when we are going to stand, to raise up from the hell that we are in, you know, and begin to stand up and look them eye to eye, face to face, as we standing up, right? Rising up, man. And we're going to surpass them as they fall. You know, that's what we're reading about right now. That day is going to come to pass, man. You know, to the point that our children, you know, are going to look at them and say, God dang, Mr. Oppressor, you know, you mean to tell me you ain't oppressing no more? You mean to tell me you like us now? You need some help. You have become like unto us. That's what we need to understand, man. These people got hell to pay. You know, they didn't have the kingdom of heaven for far too long, man. And we have been going through hell as a nation of people. But we are going to raise up from this hellish condition. Right? Go ahead.
Art thou become like unto us? Verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy voice, the worm is spread under thee.
You know what that's talking? It's talking about this goddamn oppressor, man. He's gonna become goddamn worm food, man. You know, the worms are going to eat upon his carcass, man. You know, that's what they have coming, man. They have destruction coming to them, man. You know, just like the so-called dinosaurs that supposedly roam the earth, right? Well, goddamn, this oppressor is going to become extinct, right? You know, let him have his goddamn heaven while he got it, man. Let him enjoy. Let him go and walk his goddamn poodle and jog and take his goddamn boat out all throughout the week, man. Let him enjoy his goddamn kingdom because he ain't got it for long, man. You know, while he's out there fishing and hunting, he better get strong. He better train his children to become strong because they got a kingdom to build. You know, and then after that, you know, they'll become worm food, man. Right? Read that from the top of me again. 11.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pomp is bright down to the grave, and thy noise of thy voice, the worm is spread under thee.
And this oppressor ain't gonna have no voice no more, man. You know, he go and he speak and he move the nations. You know, he shakes the earth, man. He ain't gonna do that no more, man. You know, no, our children that's coming up after us, man. They gonna look at him and be like, God damn, you mean to tell me you like us now? You're not a superpower in the earth no more, huh? No sweat. Don't worry about it. We're gonna show you how to be a true superpower in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the worms covered thee.
You know what I'm saying? You know what happened when the worms cover you? You're out of there. You're gone. You're done. You become worm food, man. And that's what you goddamn oppressors have to look forward to. We are reading you your future judgment, man. Which shall come to pass, man. You know, it's going to come to pass. You know, I know your pastor ain't telling you about this, you know. He don't even bring this out. He don't even understand it. He can't even fathom the goddamn thought, man. But your goddamn oppressor, this is what it's talking about. He's going to be wiped out, and the worms is going to feed upon his carcass, man. Why? Because of the crimes that he have committed against you as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But a violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. You know what I'm saying? When he went and gathered some people to go run up in your land, man. Right? You know? Now the worms are going to cover him, man. Let's get verse 12.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me this oppressor, right? Who is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, man? He's going to fall from his kingdom, man. His rulership, his power, man. That's what it's talking about, man. This oppressor, he's about to fall. You know, Babylon is falling. This kingdom is falling to rise no more, man. We talking about it right now, man. We talking about the changing of the guard, man. A new rulership coming in the earth, man. And that's a rulership where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are ruling the earth. And it talks about it right here in this scripture, man. Go ahead.
Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which just speaketh the nation?
You used to breathe fire from the sky. You was dropping bombs in the earth. You know, you had the nuclear weapon, right? The weapon of mass destruction, huh? You know, you was dropping bombs in the earth, man. You was going throughout the earth and taking and pillaging and doing whatever you wanted to do. The earth was afraid of you, man. You mean to tell me you are being cut down to the ground? You know how our people gonna be. This is our kids. You know what I'm saying? Look at, this the little ones talking to this goddamn oppressor, man. You know they ain't got no filter. You know, when they know what's going on, man. And being tell me you were breathing fire from the sky, and now you just here. You know, you ain't doing nothing no more. You ain't even got a smoke. You know what I'm saying? Coming up out of your breath no more. Go ahead.
Thou hast said, it's like thou hast said in thine heart.
That's verse 13. Go ahead.
Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
Right? This goddamn oppressor say that I'm going to ascend into heaven, man. I'm gonna go into the outer spaces and rule outer space and rule in the seas, right? You know, if you don't know, the word heaven is Baharatazah, man, right? And that's talking about the waters in the skies, right? The skies are considered the waters, right? The heavens. That's why they call it a spaceship. And they got ships that go throughout the seas. You know, when it talks about the heavens and Baharatazah, it's talking about the waters in the skies. You know, guess what? This goddamn devil ain't gonna be ruling. You know, all them goddamn satellites he got up there, it ain't gonna do him no good, man. You know, all the ships that he got going throughout the seas and in his Navy program and all the space program he trying to set up, it ain't gonna do him no good, man. You know, he wasting your money. That's what he's doing. You know, you ought to stop him right now while you're ahead, man. He's wasting your money going out of space, building a goddamn space force, because it ain't gonna do him no good. It ain't gonna do you no good. You know. Like I said, read it from the top again.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
In his mind, he's like, I'm a ascend into the heavens. I'm a rule the waters and the skies. Then he say what?
Exalt my throne above the stars of God.
I'm gonna be like the Most High. I'm gonna exalt my throne above the stars of God. And he's going to sit over the Lord's chosen people and oppress them and rule over them. That's what he say he's going to do, man. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
Meaning I'm going to sit above the whole congregation. Meaning I'm going to be above the world. I'm going to sit on top and ain't nobody going to be able to stop me. Go ahead.
The sides of the north. Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Say, I'm gonna be like the Most High God of Israel. That's the way your oppressor thinks, man. You know. That's why it's a must that you separate from the hand of your goddamn oppressor. You got to separate from these goddamn heathen nations, man. You got to fall away from the ways of this world, man. Let's get 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 15, verse 12. Go ahead and read it when you got it.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment.
Meaning the house of bondage, man. The house, it said that the house of bondage shall mourn, man. Today, the house of bondage is North, South, and Central Americas, man. And all the places that our people are scattered abroad where they are being oppressed, man. Right? But it's one nation of people who are above all that are oppressing. And that's the most subtile beast of the field. That's our oppressor, who is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
Well, it says that the house of bondage shall be in mourning, meaning, it's coming. The state of this place is about to go into a mourning state, man. Right? The day of mourning is coming. That's a day of sadness. A day of sadness is coming to this kingdom. You better separate yourself from this place, or you're going to be bearing with it in its sadness. Go ahead.
And the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment.
You hear that? And the foundation is what you build on. You mean to tell me the thing that you're going to build on is going to be smitten with plagues? You better separate yourself from this goddamn oppressor. You better take your spirit out of this place. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in this place and you reading this, you ought to think twice. You ought to take your spirit out of this goddamn place, man.
Right.
This place is going into sadness. And the foundation of this place is about to be smitten with plagues. You know what I'm saying? They just had another plague just come out, just got off the goddamn boat right here in Beaumont and Port Arthur, man. All they said, a plague just came through and then it just disappeared. Ain't said nothing else about it. It got off the boat and that was it. Shit, nigga ain't heard nothing else about it. But you know, that ain't the end of it. You know, there are plagues that ain't even written in this book that's going to come and hit this place, man. You know, it will behoove you to separate yourself from this place and start doing what thus said the Lord and be obedient, man. All right, come and get into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. The Lord is not in your Christian church. It's not in your Muslim mosque. It's not in the conscious community. He's not in your group. All right. The Lord is only with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You better put that in your chest, man. You better believe in it and understand it. And when it comes time, you're gonna be looking for a priest, and it'll be too late.
Right.
You know, right now it's fishing season, right? We fishing, and we on the airways and the highways and the byways, and you see us, you tell us we need to just go and get us a job and get out the goddamn corner. You don't want to hear that, right? In that day, you're gonna know that those men was the men of the Lord. You're gonna be looking for them niggas. And then it'll be too late. You know? Just as in the days of Noah, you know, they were eating and drinking and marrying. You know what happens in marriage, you know. I know, I don't think they know in the world. They was having sex. That's what they were doing. You know? That's what they were doing in the days, just as in the days of Noah. It's the same way it's going to be when the coming of the Son of Man is going to be. You're going to be eating, drinking, partying, and turning up and having sex, and Christ's going to crack that sky open. And just like when niggas didn't even think it was going to rain, you know. This nigga talking about it's going to rain, and he's building a ship in the middle of the goddamn forest. They ain't never seen a raindrop on the earth before. But he's building a goddamn ship talking about it's gonna rain. And then, you know, when the goddamn rain got goddamn ankle deep, knee deep, start getting waist deep, then niggas want to knock on the goddamn door, man. By then it was too late. There's nothing new under the sun. What was then is now, man. You better get your affairs in order, man. You are a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian up under the sound of my voice. You better be getting into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You better be separating yourself from the ways of this world, man. Right? Let's continue on.
And the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it.
And the Lord is going to bring the punishment upon this goddamn place, man. Let's get verse 13.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn.
You see that? You hear that? It says, they that till the ground shall mourn. Right? Meaning you're going to be building, you know, tilling the ground, meaning you are putting in the work, you putting in the brick to make sure, you know, this kingdom, it keeps on thriving, man. Right? Or you go and till the ground and you plant seeds and you waiting for them to grow so you can receive a harvest. Well, the harvest season is never going to come. You're going to till the ground, you're going to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to break your back and receive nothing. Right? That's what it say. They shall till the ground. They that till the ground shall mourn. Because when they till the ground, they not going to reap anything. Go ahead.
For their seed shall the blasted and hid.
Meaning they ain't gonna have no harvest. Everything that you plant in this place is going to go to waste. You hear that, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You ought to be separating yourself from this place. You ought to be serving the Most High God of Israel. But yet we are serving our oppressor, who is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. And as long as we till the ground for him, we are going to be in a mourning state, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we plant is going to fail. Go ahead.
Okay. And with a fearful constellation.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
It says, destruction be to the world, man. That's what the word woe means. Woe means destruction. And it says destruction to the world and them that dwelled in it, man. Who are those that are dwelling in the world? We just went over this for brotherhood class, man. Right? We just told you that there are many worlds. You know, the worlds were framed by our King. Right? And right here, it says, destruction be to the world, man. And them that dwell in it. That's you that wants to dwell and have a seat in the kingdom of our goddamn oppressor. You want to have a piece of his world. This world is not our kingdom. This world is our hell as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Well, it says right here, destruction be to this kingdom. Destruction be to this world and them that dwell in it. And you dwelling happily in this place. You dwelling to fit in. You dwelling to have a seat at the goddamn table. Well, destruction is coming to you because destruction is coming to this place. You know, Esau is the beginning of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Slack is. Esau is the end of the world, right? But Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, man. And destruction is coming to this world because this is Esau's world. Our world is coming next, man. Meaning our kingdom, not our world. Our world is here today, but the kingdom where our world is ruling, it's coming next. You know, we have to want it for ourselves. This is not going to be given to us. The scriptures say that the saints of the Lord shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever and ever and ever. It don't say that the oppressor is going to give us the kingdom. It don't say that it is going to be given to us. It says we have to take it, meaning we have to want it. The only way we're going to get it is if we want it, man. The only way we can show that we want it is to take it, right? And we showing you how to take it. You just got to come and get into the fold. Let's get verse 15.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth not.
And in the sword, right? The sword and their destruction is getting close, man. It's coming close, you know, to seeing the destruction of this place, the destruction of our enemies, the destruction of those that hate us with a perpetual hatred, man. You wonder why, you know, they got ICE out right now. You know, the oppressor is showing his racism, you know, more than ever before. You know, and this goddamn president, he's funding this goddamn ICE agency more than he is funding the goddamn government, the military, right? You got to understand, man. You got to see what's going on. This place is getting ready to crumble.
Right.
You know, people, when you put people in a position, you know, to if they feel like that this is their last result, man. Like this is what I have to fall on, right? This is what I have to depend on. When you put a person in that position, you know, they gonna act out just like this goddamn this oppressor is acting out, man. He's on his last leg, man. You mean to tell me this oppressor, they got their own kingdom, the government and all of the federal government, all of this, the presidency and all of that they got going on, right? But they got to create something else. You know what I'm saying? They got to create something. They need a whole ICE agency. They're going to put $85 billion a year into ICE, and the goddamn military can't even get $23 million or something like that, man. You know, 23 something. Salakia, you know. But that's supposed to be, you know, a part of his kingdom. You know, scripture say a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand, man. That, you know, that Babylon is falling, man. You know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native beings, we just need to fall away from their way of life and start serving our God, and they gonna destroy themselves. I guarantee you, if we get out the way, ICE and the goddamn Marines is about to go toe to toe. You know, the goddamn Marines can't get no goddamn funding right now, but ICE can. ICE get $85 billion a year. Shit, Marines can't get nothing. Shit. How about we get out the goddamn way and serve our goddamn God? Come and get into the Israelite School Universe Practical Knowledge, man. We'll sit back and watch ICE and the goddamn Marines go toe to toe, man. You know, because Babylon is falling. You know, it's falling to rise no more. It's like when we going through our hell and we in the ghettos and the barrios, and you know, we looking for a way of survival, and we resort to all kinds of, you know, crazy things, man. You know, trying to survive, but they'll never be able to understand or go through what we go through. You know, them losing a couple $1 million and having to live paycheck to paycheck, you know, that'll cause them to want to blow their brains out, you know. You know, they line up the wife, the children, you know, themselves and the dog. You know, even the dog gotta go. They lose the millions. They talking about they gotta get some Section 8 and some food stamps. They're gonna have to come to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to get it. They're gonna look to go and jump off a goddamn bridge, hit the ground, seeking to be unalive, man. And they gonna live through it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna live through it, man. Oh, that's gonna be a glorious sight to see, man. You know, where we at, man? Let's continue on.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Meaning, war is coming. Destruction is coming. Right? All these people that this goddamn oppressor is messing over throughout the earth, you know, it's about to be a World War goddamn 3 in the earth, man. And they gonna fight all the way up until our king come back, man. You know what I'm saying? Christ is gonna come back in the midst of them fighting in World War 3. Right? And they gonna all stop fighting each other to try to fight against Christ. You know, and like the scripture say, Christ's gonna destroy this place within 1 hour. That's all it's gonna take, man. 1 hour. You know. Go ahead.
Chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and one another.
And you know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no brotherhood, man. You're gonna see nations invading other nations, people invading other people. It's gonna be chaos in the earth, man. This goddamn devil gonna let his spirit go freely throughout the goddamn earth, man. And guess what? You seeking protection from this goddamn oppressor. You want to have a piece of his kingdom? And guess what? You're gonna have a piece of his kingdom when it's falling. And that's gonna be your protection. You're gonna see what hell feels like. You know what I'm saying? The only place that's gonna have protection is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Right? We serve up under our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. Right? Go ahead.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
This goddamn oppressor, he don't care about his goddamn president, right? You know, they don't give a damn about no king or no princess. They showed you that when they went and stormed the goddamn Capitol, man. They went and defecated on Nancy Pelosi goddamn desk, man. You know, and I believe a couple of guards was unalived doing that, man. They just went right back to running the country, business as usual. Shit. Let blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians go and goddamn storm the goddamn Capitol. They'll be trying to look to eradicate us for the next 30 years. They'll be so goddamn angry that they can't get rid of us. You know? They don't give a damn about their kings or their princes. This is a people that you are looking to serve up under, man. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, a people that you should be separating yourself from. Go ahead.
Of course, their actions shall stand in their power.
You know, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. Right? That's them when they talk about we the people. You know, all of them out there that talk about we the people, that's the same ones that wants to hang and lynch you as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Don't get it twisted. Don't think for a second that that they care about you. Right? I hear the goddamn Republicans, you know, talking about the Democrats was the ones that didn't want the Negroes to be free. They had slaves. They all had slaves. No. Never, you know what I'm saying? Never trust your goddamn enemy, man. Never join hands with your goddamn enemy. Right? Just as iron will rust, so will his goddamn wickedness, man. You ought to separate yourself from your enemies. These people are your enemy. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's see where we at. Let me get a time check. All right, it's still early. Let's get Ecclesiasticus 11:1. We'll cut it short early because we gotta go see about your truck. But, Ecclesiasticus chapter 11:1. All right, go ahead and read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree.
You hear that? It says, wisdom lifted up the head of him of low degree. Meaning, the Lord don't care about, how smart you think you are, man. Right? The Lord will take the brother that you think that don't know nothing. He'll take the man that is in the lowest state, man. The Lord can take a brother that you pass by every goddamn day and think that he's just a bum on the goddamn street, man. Well, the Lord will raise that brother up, man, and make him become a leader of men. Right? By giving him the wisdom. By lifting him up, man. Right? It said wisdom lifted up the head of the man of low degree. What's wisdom? The knowledge of God is wisdom. Having the truth is wisdom. Knowing the law, statutes, and commandments and being obedient to the Most High God of Israel, that's wisdom, man. Having that wisdom make you greater, it gives you have the greatest knowledge and wisdom, in the earth, man. Right? Yeah, they got people that go to college and they graduate and they go to all these different fancy schools, you know what I'm saying? Yale and Harvard, and, but like these scriptures say, wisdom lifted up the head of a man of low degree, man. The Lord will take a brother off these goddamn streets and clean him up and give him this truth and make him go be a goddamn leader of men. And that brother be more wiser than anybody in your goddamn college. Right. See, I don't know why, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge don't have a goddamn course in your goddamn college today. We the only ones teaching Black history.
Right.
The only ones that's breaking down these scriptures to the molecule. The only one that can truly change a man's life, man, and a woman that's destroyed, man. Wisdom lifted up the head of the man of low degree. Go ahead.
And maketh him to sit among great men.
And guess what? That same brother that was out there destroyed for a lack of knowledge, he come and get cleaned up, come and put on this spirit. He go and sit and talk with the goddamn mayor, right? Or the goddamn whoever down there downtown, man. Supposed to be the public officials, right? can sit down and talk and give wisdom and knowledge to them, man. Because what they have, they know nothing of, man. What that brother have, they know nothing of, man. They know how to serve this goddamn oppressor. And don't be obedient to the goddamn oppressor. We coming and bringing forth the spirit of the Lord throughout the earth, man. So that puts us above them, man. I know we sitting in our oppressor kingdom, and it look like we just some Negroes on the internet and some Negroes on the corner. We are greater than them, man. Right? Like I said, man, wisdom lifted up the head of him of low degree and making him to sit amongst great men. That's what it looked like when you see the men of God go sit in the goddamn city council, and start making things shake in the city, man. Let's drop that. Let's get Matthew 24 and 14. Go ahead.
This is book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
Who said that? That's written in red, right? And that's our king speaking. All right, go ahead.
In all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Oh, read it from the top.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Yeah, this is the gospel that need to be taught, man. It's not talking about the gospel in that goddamn Christian church, in your goddamn religion. The gospel of this world, man. This is the gospel that needs to be taught. Thus said our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, man. You need to understand that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are the true Israelites of this Bible. And it's high time that you fall away from the ways of this world, man. It's time for you to start doing what thus said the Lord so that you can inherit the earth, man. So you can have your own day of independence, right? And you can become a ruler of the earth, man. This is the gospel that shall be preached. This is the gospel that Christ is talking about, man. Go ahead.
And then shall the end come.
Hold on, man. That went too fast, man. Read that from the top again.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. You hear that? That goddamn Christianity been around the world and back about 1,000 times. The nation of Islam and worshiping the Arabs and worshiping the goddamn oppressor have been around the world and back 1,000 times. Well, guess what? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we still in the same goddamn condition. Ain't win no goddamn well. Right? Meaning this is the gospel that have to be taught, man. This is the message that have to go out. And then shall the end come. Remember I said Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, man. You want to see rulership of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you got to fall away from this world, man. You got to come out of this place. You got to watch this place be destroyed, man. You got to want it to be destroyed, man. And then shall the end come, man. Let's get verse 15.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 15.
Salakia. Let's get let me look at the time. Actually, we're gonna clip it short, right? So we're gonna pass the class over to young man DeMarcus for the security announcements. Yeah.
This ISUPK security announcement. We have the ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 and 10. Maharah means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher, priest club. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. A couple of other complications. We have the memorial blowing of the trumpets, Friday, September 11th, 26. Scripture associated, Leviticus 23, 24, 26. I cannot block them. Check the bulletin boards in schools and hallways for upcoming holy convocations. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This concludes the ISUPK security announcements.
With that, imagine, mean to stand. Psalm will hop with them. We're going to turn, face the east. We say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Basmai, Kadas, Hayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakah, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Kawa, Hayah, Basmai, Matalana, Lakam, Call, Yuwam, Basalak, Kabawat, Kasalak, Kabawat, Wala'ah, Kabiyainawa, Bansai one, above, I was saying now. Ayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Mala'a, Rata, Para, Aulanim, Mun. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today daily bread, give us our debts. We forgive dead us. Lead us not to temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. In the vision, my spot, my rock. Galashika Shabbat, got the time, so in the vision, get one curse through to the sisters. In the vision, my spot, my rock. About 3 hours time. The time, dismiss. Damn right.
Dope E, the Holocauster. You know what it is. ready for whatever.
Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown.
What I've been hearing from these rappers, man, I put 50 grand on table. My rap's dope. And last time I did that, I caught another body. I don't care what you say, I know I'm right. Yeah. And all these fake and fraudulence, disrespect me one time, I'm through. I keep it going with the help of my brothers. No games, I'm ready for whatever. Rolling hard, the devil running out of time. I learned to take the good with the bad. That's the game. You can't play me. Ready for whatever. So lay back and chill. Do what you do. And listen to the most anticipated album of the year. Yeah.
Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown.
Ready for whatever.
Here comes the trouble, here comes the danger. Return of Christ, eyes red, full of anger. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown. Endure to the end, you'll get a crown.
Ready for whatever.